Hey, what's up? Let's have a little chat about the complete travesty that is Lorwyn Eclipsed. I hate this set, which means by extension, everyone hates it. As you know, Magic is the worst game of all time, and I obviously have such little love for it that I've decided to run a YouTube channel about it. As you would. And because I hate this set so much, I've done the only logical thing I can do, spent money on a box of it. That's how it goes, right guys? I will kill you! Yeah, that's right, they're in this one too. So because one of the major themes of the set is duality, I thought I'd lean into it and force my minion, Lord Fingers, to open up 6 packs, and for each one I'll say one thing I hate and somehow try to find one thing I don't about the set. Zoom in. And just immediately I'm already upset about seeing the return of different art styles for the packs. What is this? For whimsy? For fun? Are we trying to imply that Magic has fantastic art which should be showcased? Go back to a single picture on each pack, I say. Or better yet, no pictures at all. Magic players only exist to hand money over to Hasbro and should expect nothing fun in return. Terrible. Anyway, pack 1, but before we get to the cards, I already said something I hate, so for the duality, I love what Lord Fingers has told me about the card quality of the set. He said the cards feel really thin and flimsy. I hate handing over cash for a product and then having to lug around all these thick, quality, durable cards because they're so heavy. I think it's great that this card stock feels like it would tear easily. Yeah, look how thin that is. Go on, Lord Fingers, give it a go. Good, yeah. Little more. Yes. Destroying cards is good. Make sure no poor people can ever get to play with them. Yes, nice and slow, really drag it out. Magic players love buying Magic cards, so it's great this new card stock quality feels so cheap, because once the cards are damaged from use, players get to experience the pleasure of buying replacements. Everyone wins. Hold them apart now. Look at that, yes. I'm almost surprised to see a blue core. Tearing that looked as easy as tearing a proxy, which I also hate. Anyway, back to the pack. The cards are laid out in the order that Lord Fingers has opened them. These are our 6 to 7 commons. These 3 here are our uncommons. We have 1 wild card of any rarity, 1 rare or mythic rare, 1 traditional foil of any rarity, 1 basic land, and 1 token. And for this pack, our spotlight card is going to be Changeling Wayfinder. I hate the Changeling mechanic, and I'm disappointed they've brought it back from the original Lorwyn block. It's especially bad in limited environments because it makes deck building too easy and fun. Drafts are only good when they're miserable, so I hate including mechanics that make decks functional. I also don't appreciate the continuation of the borderless effect around the outside of the frame on colourless non-artifacts. It started with the Eldrazi, and continuing it only serves to make cards more easily identifiable in your hand, like a coward would want. That's the same sort of reasoning that now gives us those sparkly frames from Theros on all enchantments. I learned Magic before all of these quality of life improvements, and so Magic should remain incomprehensible. Something I love though is the release date for this set. January immediately after Christmas is the best place to stuff one of your major releases for the year. And if that has any kind of knock-on effect to the sales of local game stores, good, screw 'em. I'm so sick of them and their inventory systems. They're the reason set boosters got discontinued, they're the reason draft boosters got discontinued, and now Gavin says they're the reason that we can't have stamped cards in our pre-release kits anymore. So if they keep causing problems, we should just close them down. What have they even ever done for us anyway? Pack 2. Another gross display, look how varied those art styles are, ugh. And speaking of, our spotlight card is Shine Striker for 2 reasons. First off, look at this art. I mean, look at it. Too colourful. This isn't something I enjoy looking at all. But also, if we check out the mechanic, Vivid, bad name, when this creature enters, draw cards equal to the number of colours among permanents you control. Now I like that colours is spelt correctly, but a card that cares about multiple colours? On a mono blue card? Who's gonna find that fun? I can't imagine this Vivid mechanic seeing play in any decks at all, and I for one am certainly not interested in building around it. If they want to do colours matters in a set, they should just print non-stop 5-colour cards. Those are always great in a limited environment. People only play Commander anyway, so what does it matter? As for something I love though, big fan that this set had to be pushed back from 2025 to make room for Spider-Man, the best set of last year. In-universe sets are always bad and something I never look forward to. I just wish Lorwyn Eclipse could have been pushed back even further to make room for even more Universes Beyond sets stuffed with even more Spider-Men. Make every set about New York. I love hot dogs and city pigeons in Magic, so it's good Spider-Man stole Lorwyn's focus. Pack 3. Ugh, 2 packs in a row. We got one last time and I tried to ignore it, but fine. Our spotlight card is the Shockland Overgrown Tomb. I hate that Shocklands are getting as many reprints as they have lately. Making these playable game pieces more readily available to anyone who wants them is bad for the resale value of them on the secondary market. Even worse, this one is one of those fancy double-faced ones that has a Shadowmoor version of the art on the back. And worse still is that these special treatment cards are available in the cheaper play boosters. Did you know that the special guest cards, the Fable frame cards, the Lorwyn and Shadowmoor full art basic lands, and the Borderless Celebrate Iconic Magic Artist cards are all available in play boosters? The only exclusive to the collector boosters are these Japanese showcase cards. All these cards being made so readily available for people to play with hurts the scalpers and speculators, the most important people to the game. But at the very least, something I love is that the collector booster sample packs have been quietly removed from Commander precons. We call this shrinkflation, and it's great. I couldn't find an official article or statement from WotC on the subject, leaving me free to speculate wildly, so I think they've removed them because players don't deserve them. Cards should be exclusive and expensive, and I'm glad they're gone because their inclusion made those precons feel dangerously close to not being a total rip-off. Pack 4. I cringe every time I see cards from this terrible set. Anyway, our spotlight card is the worst one here of all. Unbury, because look at that stupid art. I hate it and I'll tell you why. It's because it's reminiscent of the original Lorwyn block, a block nobody liked. So I was really hoping that unforgettable unique style and instantly recognisable charm would have been squashed out and replaced by something more uniform and modern, like we've seen in a lot of recent hat sets. I was hoping here for bland. I was hoping for a full Kifkin redesign. I want to pick up a card and have no idea which plane it was set on, because what we have in Lorwyn Eclipsed is just so respectful of the original sets. Blur. Something I love though is how Lorwyn Eclipse doesn't quite fully respect those original sets. I'm mostly talking about the double-faced cards, with Sig probably being the most recognisable. See, on Lorwyn, Sig's light side was depicted in white and blue, but on Shadowmoor, Sig's darker side was represented as blue and black. Now if we look at the art for the front face of the new Sig card, we can see his light side has dropped the white to become mono blue, but his reverse Shadowmoor side is now mono white, neither the black nor blue of his original Shadowmoor depiction. I mean, okay, but this back face could have just been made blue-black or even mono-black for a bit more consistency with the lore. Or maybe if the back had to be white mechanically, then the arts could have been swapped around, making the back the Lorwyn side to remain true to the narrative. But I hate Magic's narrative, and that's an opinion that WotC support by printing cards like this that are wrong to anyone who cares. I imagine these sorts of choices were made because the designers had to convey the whole story in a single set, rather than having time to focus on Lorwyn and Shadowmoor separately in a block structure like before. But blocks didn't sell as well as one-off sets like Final Fantasy and Lord of the Rings, and sales numbers are the only metric we use to measure how good a set is, so the takeaway is clear. Narrative consistency doesn't matter, and forcing stories that want to be told over multiple releases into a single set is great, because it makes money and it sends a message to the players that the lore isn't worth caring about. Hashtag never do blocks. Pack 5. Oh no, dreadful. Fine, our spotlight card is Fairy Macabre. I really hate that the special guest cards include throwbacks to the original Lorwyn block featuring new art. It's like a skillfully done remaster that might give you some kind of nostalgia for the original Lorwyn block when opening up a pack of Eclipsed. And who would want that? Something I love though is the price. Let's read this verbatim. The MSRP for collector boosters, previously $24.99, and Commander decks, previously $44.99, have changed from previous Magic Multiverse sets. These will be the MSRPs for Magic Multiverse sets starting with Lorwyn Eclipsed and moving forward. And those prices are $26.99 and $49.99. That's really good for Magic, because a lot of people mistakenly think this is a game and don't realise it's just an avenue for you to give your money to Hasbro. It might be in your wallet, but it's not your money. That's shareholder money, and you should do the right thing and stop complaining or standing in the way of them getting it. And I'm really excited to see what this change does to the price of Universes Beyond sets, which have traditionally been more expensive than in-universe sets already. I would say I hope we'll see even more price increases, but let's be real, I don't need to hope because it will happen anyway. Fantastic! Pack 6. Our last pack, so this nightmare has nearly ended, and our final spotlight card is Burden Stoneback, because it enters with 2 -1/-1 counters. I hate these because, forget the rest of the text, having any kind of drawback or limitation to a card makes it bad. Every card should be a casting cost and then either a block text of beneficial effects or an unending list of positive keywords. Seeing -1/-1 counters again reminds me of when Magic had nuance, and some cards were just straight up bad, which would force you to be creative in your deck building to see if you could try and make them work. And that kind of challenge and creativity isn't fun. I want to be spoon-fed the meta archetypes, and so I hate seeing a mechanic that's reminiscent of the good old days of Magic. And to end on one final thing that I love, it'll be that this set sucks, so it's good that it was already being forgotten before it was out. 4 days before release, I started getting emails from WPN stores asking if I wanted to pre-order the Turtles set. It was a month ago that we started getting spoilers for the Marvel set, and I'm already hearing hype around the Hobbit and whether it will include another One Ring style chase card. And this kind of constant distraction is great, because the worst thing about Magic is when the community has time to sit and enjoy a set like Lorwyn. For us to be given time to get immersed in this unique and intricate love letter to fairy tales, dark fantasy and Celtic folklore. Lorwyn has always been a plane unlike any other in Magic's multiverse. Fascinating even just visually, and that's not even taking into consideration the lore, the creature types, the light and dark mirroring aspects, or the gameplay and mechanics. Did you know that Wither as a mechanic is back in this set? I was hoping we'd open a card with it today so I'd have an excuse to talk about it. Wither is back in Standard, and that's wild. But this kind of earnest, fantasy-first, just plain weird and interesting setting is not something that's tied to a recognisable IP, and is harder to market, meaning it doesn't sell well. Which is probably why the set got shunted to January when people are broke. If you as WotC have no intention to ever make this set the focus or even give it time to shine and grow on people, then why have it take up a more valuable release window during the year that could have been given to another, easier to explain to their shareholders, hat set or crossover? And so if you're a higher up, and you're looking at this quirky, original and narratively complex set, then I imagine, like me, you'd want people to forget about it too, because the sooner they forget how things could be, the faster they'll accept how things are now, when 90% of the time it feels like you're rushing releases, cutting corners and phoning it in. This set, Lorwyn Eclipsed, got bumped to January for Spider-Man, and I think that's just great. And that was all 6 packs. What do you think? Do you also hate this set? Do you wish it got bumped to 2027? Do you also think the dog in the Art for Vibrant should be told he's a bad dog? Let me know in the comments below. And that's why, everyone, I think Soren's story is an allegory for being trans. Wait, what happened? Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you to everyone that supports me, like 27 publications, Eggboy the Particle that permeates all existence, Blank Space, Wanpako Jozu, Miss Murder, Random Patreon, Ominous Jazz, and the rest of my patrons whose names are on screen now. I'd also like to thank the sponsor for this video, me and my Patreon page, where you can get your name credited on screen too. Check it out in the link in the description below. Hit the like button, leave a comment, as your Shadowmoor version, and most importantly subscribe and share this video with a friend. Hit the notification bell and do all those things the algorithm loves. I'm now worried that you're all going to give a thumbs down to the video, and I don't know what that will do to me in the algorithm. Guess we're going to find out. If you agree or disagree with any of my points, or if you want to see me do a video on another subject, let me know, and I will see you next time. I will kill you! Come on. Deeper. Get out. Oh no. I hate that Shocklands are getting as many reprints as they have lately. Making these playable game pieces more readily available to anyone who wants them is bad for their resale value on the Nope, couldn't keep a straight face. Okay, hang on, let's do that again. And I didn't choke on water that time. This is just going to be non-stop outtakes in this one. This video is going to be an hour long. Oh no, dreadful. Fine, our spotlight card is Fairy Macabre. Fairy Macabre. Our spotlight card is Fairy Macabre. I would get the most comments about that. Oh, maybe I do it. That's quite funny. Oh no, I'm talking myself into it. Oh, that's fun. That is funny. Okay. Oh, I might do it. Hey, okay, here we go. Oh no, dreadful. Fine, our spotlight card is Fairy Macabre. Fuck. Fine, our spotlight card is Fairy Macabre. That's going to be the thing that gets people. Everything I've said in this video so far, that'll be the thing that upsets people the most. Okay. I think I said something like screw local game stores earlier, but no, it'll be that.